There is a book that was intentionally left out of them. Written thousands of years ago, it describes a reality that many wanted to bury. A world where heaven and earth collided in the most terrifying way possible. While the Book of Genesis mentions the giants briefly, the Book of Enoch exposes the raw, uncut details of who their fathers really were. Before the Great Flood, a group of high-ranking celestial beings looked down at the earth, and they desired what they saw. They were not ordinary angels. They were the Watchers, holy sentinels of heaven who abandoned their eternal stations for physical flesh. Led by a powerful entity named Semyaza, 200 of these glorious beings made a fatal pact on the summit of Mount Hermon. They bound themselves with mutual imprecations. They knew that what they were about to do would change the cosmos forever. Their sin was not just rebellion, it was the defilement of the human lineage. They descended into the world of men. The Watchers took human wives, choosing whomever they wanted, breaking the divine boundaries established by the Creator. From this unnatural union, a new species was born, a race of monsters that would consume the earth, the Nephilim. But the Watchers did not just corrupt the human bloodline, they brought with them the forbidden secrets of the heavens. Each leader of the Watchers taught humanity a specific craft, accelerating human civilization into dark, violent paths. Azazel, one of the primary rebels, taught men how to forge weapons of war. He showed them how to make swords, knives, and shields. For the first time, blood began to flow in organized conflict. Peace vanished from the face of the earth as iron ruled. Azazel also taught the use of precious metals, jewelry, and cosmetic arts, influencing human culture in ways that would reshape society forever. This altered human perception and behavior, shifting focus toward vanity, seduction, and illusion, leading to widespread moral decay. Another Watcher named Amazarak taught sorcery and the casting of spells, introducing the occult to the human mind. Almaros taught the resolving of enchantments, the mechanics of curses and counter-curses, binding humanity to spiritual darkness. Barakiel taught astrology, the reading of the stars, diverting mankind's worship away from the Creator and toward the cosmos. Kokabil taught the lore of the constellations, mapping out the sky, using the stars to seek knowledge beyond the limits established by the Creator. Ezekiel taught the knowledge of the clouds, interpreting the signs of the clouds and the changing patterns of the skies. And Shamsiel taught the signs of the sun, unlocking solar cycles for rituals and forbidden seasonal worship. Finally, Sariel taught the course of the moon, completing the corruption of human understanding regarding time and spiritual laws. As a result of this forbidden knowledge, humanity cried out. Their corruption was absolute, and their screams reached the gates of heaven. The world had become dominated by the Nephilim, who grew so massive that human agriculture could no longer sustain them. When human food ran out, the Nephilim turned their hunger against humanity itself. They began to hunt and devour human flesh. They did not stop there. The Book of Enoch states they began to sin against birds, beasts, reptiles, and fish, consuming one another's flesh. The earth itself groaned under the weight of the lawlessness. The original creation was completely twisted into a nightmare. Hearing the desperate cries of humanity, the great archangels of heaven, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel, looked down from above. They saw the ocean of blood shed on earth and the total lawlessness wrought by Azazel and Semyaza. They presented the case to the Most High, saying, "The earth, which is now void, echoes with the voice of their cries up to the gates of heaven." The Creator of the universe broke his silence. Judgment was declared against the fallen angels and their monstrous offspring. Uriel was sent to the son of Lamech, Noah, to warn him of the coming cataclysm that would wipe the slate clean. "Hide yourself," Uriel said, instructing Noah on how to survive the complete destruction of the ancient world. Next, the Archangel Raphael was commanded to bind Azazel hand and foot and cast him into the darkness of the desert of Dudel. Raphael opened a massive pit in the desert, filled it with sharp, jagged rocks, and covered Azazel with absolute darkness. There he remains, bound until the great day of judgment, when he will be cast into the eternal fire. Gabriel was then sent to destroy the Nephilim, causing them to turn on one another in a brutal war of mutual extermination. The Watchers were forced to watch their beloved children slaughter each other to the very last man, unable to intervene. Finally, Michael was sent to bind Semyaza and his associates for 70 generations underneath the hills of the earth. It was during this time of cosmic terror that Enoch, a righteous human who walked with God, was pulled into the mystery. Before their binding, the terrified Watchers approached Enoch, begging him to write a petition of forgiveness on their behalf. They could no longer speak to heaven or lift their eyes due to the shame of their severe sins. They needed a human mediator. Enoch wrote their petition and fell asleep by the waters of Dan. There, he received a terrifying vision from the Creator. The answer from the divine throne was absolute. The petition of the Watchers was rejected. They would find no peace nor any forgiveness. Enoch was then taken by the angels on a journey through the hidden dimensions of the universe, seeing things no human eye had ever witnessed. He saw the prison of the fallen stars, the angels who violated the celestial order of time and did not appear at their proper seasons. He saw the portals where the winds come forth, the secret storehouses of snow and hail, and the architecture of the spiritual realm. The Book of Enoch stands as an ancient warning system. It explains why the flood was necessary, to purge a world physically and spiritually corrupted. Though removed from many traditions, its texts survived in ancient caves and remote monasteries, waiting to be found in the end times. It reminds us that there are deeper layers to our history than we are told, secrets buried beneath the sand, waiting for the right time to rise. Are the Watchers still imprisoned beneath the earth? And what could happen if the ancient prophecy concerning their judgment has yet to be fulfilled?